Good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to discuss about fractures under first aid unit. What is fracture? A fracture is a break in the continuity of a bone. A complete fracture involves a break across the entire cross section of the bone which is frequently displaced. In an incomplete fracture, the break occurs only through a part of the cross section of the bone. An open fracture is one that extends through the skin and mucous membrane, and a closed fracture does not communicate with outside area. In most cases, the damage to the bone will be under the skin, which is called as closed fracture. Damage to the bone will be under the skin is called closed fracture. And but sometimes bits of the bone can puncture through the skin to become an open fracture. And after that, even if you can't see any blood, the break might have caused some internal bleeding. To break a fully grown bone, a huge amount of force is needed, but bones that are still growing are supple and can split, crack or bend quite easily, a bit like a twig. This is fractures. A fracture is a break in the continuity of a bone. And what are the signs of fractures? 7 things to look for are swelling, difficulty moving, and a limb that looks shorter, twisted, or bent, a grating noise or feeling, loss of strength, and shock. Okay, swelling, difficulty moving, loss of strength, shock, a grating noise, or feeling. These are all under signs of the fracture. And next one, types of fracture. There are 4 types are there: green stick fractures, complicated, depressed, commutated. What is green stick? A fracture in which one side of a bone is broken and other side is bent. Okay, only one side is broken and another side is bent. And what is depressed fracture? What is depressed fracture? It is a fracture in which fracture fragments are driven. Okay, that means broken ends of the bones are pressed inwards. Complicated fractures, they occur when the jagged ends of the bone fragments damage blood vessels, nerves, joint, broken bones in the chest may penetrate the lung, heart or liver. Okay. And commutated fractures, bone is broken into several fragments. And it is a serious because there will be muscle damage with more bleeding at the fracture site. Okay. What is meant by green stick fractures? Green stick fractures are only one side of the bone is broken and another one is bent. And complicated fractures, the fracture which undergoes bone fragments, damaged blood vessels, nerves and joints, broken bones, all these are included. And next one, depressed fractures. What is depressed fractures? It is a fracture in which fracture fragments are driven. And next one, commutated fractures. Bone is broken into several fragments and it is very serious because the bleeding occurs at the injured site. This is types of fracture. And next one, management. If it is an open fracture, if the person is suffered with open fracture, cover the wound with a sterile dressing and after that we tie with a bandage. Apply pressure around the wound to control any bleeding. If the person suffered with open wound and severe bleeding is there, we must cover the wound with sterile dressing and secure it with a one bandage and apply pressure around the wound to control any bleeding. Okay, and after that support the injured body part to stop it from moving. This should ease any pain and prevent any further damage. And after that, protect the injured area by using bandages to secure it to an uninjured part of the body to stop it from moving. For example, fractures on the arm can be secured with a sling and a leg with a fracture can be tied to the uninjured leg. Protect the injured area by using bandages. Okay, and after that, keep checking the casualty for signs of shock. We must checking the casualty with signs of shock. And after that, if they lose responsiveness at any point, open their airway, check their breathing, and prepare to treat someone who's become unresponsive. Okay, this is the management. If a open fracture is there, cover the wound with a sterile dressing and secure it with a bandage and apply pressure to control the bleeding. And after that, support the injured part and prevent any further damage. Call medical help. Don't move them unless. And after that, if any signs of shock will be there, we must check in. Okay, and call the ambulance and save the life of the person. This is management. Fractures. What is fracture? A fracture is a break in the continuity of a bone and it involves three: complete, open, and closed fracture. Signs: swelling, difficulty moving, movement in an unnatural direction, and loss of strength, shock. What are the types? Green stick, complicated, depressed, commutated. Management. After that, splints. The main purpose of a splint is to keep an injured body part immobilized. Example, a broken leg. Okay. Splints are useful for to keep an injured body part immobilized. It should only be done if paramedics are going to take a long time arriving or if you have to move the person. And after that, there are three main types of splints are there: anatomical, soft, and rigid. Anatomical, this means using a non-injured body part to immobilize an injured body part. Example, to splint a broken left lower leg, you would tie both legs together so the good leg provides support to the injured leg. Okay, we must uh, tie both legs because injured leg will be supported by the good leg. Okay, and after that we must tie both legs with one any rope to immobilize an injured body part. This is anatomical. And after that, soft, this means using something like a thick sweatshirt, a jacket, a towel, or a blanket to wrap around and immobilize. This kind of splint works very well with hand or ankle or foot injuries. And after that, rigid. Rigid means this refers to using a firm object such as a piece of wood to mobilize. There are many types of rigid splints you can purchase, or you can whatever you see around you, magazines, newspapers, umbrellas. This will be a firm object such as piece of wood to immobilize. Okay, these are all main three types of splints are there: rigid and soft and anatomical. Splints. The main purpose of splint is to keep an injured body part to immobilized. Okay, these are the fractures and splints. And after that, hypothermia. What is meant by hypothermia? A drop in the core body temperature even as little as 1 to 2 degrees Celsius from the normal of 37 degrees Celsius. Sometimes this can happen within minutes, other times it takes a while to take place. It is sometimes accompanied by frostbite. If a person suffered with a frostbite, there may be decrease of temperature, not increase. Hypothermia means there may be decreased of temperature. The normal body temperature 37 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. If the core of body temperature even has very little 1 or 2 degrees from the 37 degrees Celsius, it may be considered as hypothermia. It almost seen in frostbite. If a person suffered with frostbite, in that persons we see this hypothermia. What are the causes and prevention? Exposure to the cold. What are the causes? The person exposure to the cold or not being dressed properly, damp weather or being wet, being tired or dehydrated. In that patients, we see this hypothermic state. What are the signs? Feeling cold, shivering, and becoming confused and disorientation, show pulse and breathing rates, and eventually unconsciousness. In sometimes they may be the person may gone into unconscious state, and pulse breathing rates is all in low condition. What is normal breathing rate? 16 to 22 breaths per minute. What is pulse rate 72 beats per minute. Okay. Management. First one, get medical help, get them inside near a heat source, remove wet clothing and replace with dry clothing. If conscious, give them warm fluids to drink slowly. Okay. And after that, avoid alcohol, caffeine, and some drinks, ice creams. This all will be avoided. Okay. This is hypothermia. Hypothermia means 1 or 2 degrees of body core temperature will be low from the 37 degrees Celsius is considered as hypothermic state. And after that, seizures. What is seizures? It is a neurological disorders where the signals in the brain become mixed up. Okay, where the signals in the brain become mixed up. The most common cause is from the medical condition called epilepsy. However, they can also be caused by concussions, allergic reactions, brain tumors, and high fever in children. In seizures patient, we see some of the causes are there. What are they? Allergic reactions and brain tumors, high fever, allergic reactions, brain tumors, high fever in children. Okay, and after that, prevention. If someone has epilepsy, they may have medication to take which will reduce the chance of seizures. What are the medication? Hydantoin, phenytoin, these are all the medications used for seizures. And after that, prevention, other causes are hard to prevent because nothing is suspected of being wrong until the seizure. Seizures are neurological disorders where the signals in the brain become mixed up. This is seizures. Is the management, stay with the person, we must stay with that person and let seizure take its course. Do not try to stop the seizure or receive the person. The person will be unaware of his or her actions and may or may not hear you. Gently guide the person away from danger, move dangerous objects out of the way. Partial seizures may spread to other areas of the brain. Do not be alarmed. If a convulsive seizure follows, okay. Always be comforting and be gentle. Reassure the person. We must assess that person always. As it may take some time for them to become reoriented. Okay, stay with the person. Don't let you go. Okay, this is about seizures. Till now, we have discussed about seizures, hypothermia, and fractures, splints, these all. What is a fracture? A fracture is a break of continuity of a bone. What is splints? The main purpose of splint is to keep an injured body part to immobilized. And what is hypothermia? There may be decrease of body temperature 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. It's sometimes accompanied by frostbite. What is seizure? It is a neurological disorder where the signals in the brain become mixed up. Okay, this is about fractures, seizures, and splints, hypothermia. In further classes, we learn about the heat emergencies and CPR. Okay, thank you everyone.